Somebody farts. Everyone laughs.
I mean, it's an odd direction to take the scene, but all right.
That was a pretty serious moment. So obviously, you need something to relieve the dramatic tension.
It's Flip Flip, everybody. He's juggling everything.
My goodness. What a delightful little monkey.
I love you, salacious lizard monkey. Monkey lizard.
Solarian monkey.
Solarian monkey lizard. Hooray!
What?
Play some Mass Effect.
I love you more than South.
We all love Morton Solus.
No, too soon. Okay, so the coordinates that you guys have are, of course, on the planet.
On
And
Alderaan?
you guys are going to go ahead and head there?
I suppose so. I mean,
no reason. Why not?
I'm a driver.
All right. So it actually doesn't take that long for you guys to kind of turn around and head in that direction. You are, after all, using a starship. So it's like a big sea of big old trees. I use big twice. I don't care. It eventually gives way to a small clearing where there appears to have been some excavation work going on. I think I have a picture for this somewhere. Yeah, I found a picture.
Yay, pictures.
Kinda.
But if it's a Killik, it's going to be gross.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. So that is the clearing. It's kind of just being dug out over time. There is a speeder. It's just kind of being discarded near the entrance down the bottom. Kind of looks like it drove right off the cliff, in fact. And there's kind of like a trail of belongings leading into the cave opening that is there.
I guess we should find somewhere to set down the ship.
Probably.
Looking out the window, Dr. Veg asks, I do not suppose it would be a completion of our mission to simply blow this place apart?
There might be other entrances or exits.
Yeah, if we're gonna do this, we should probably be more thorough than just shooting a laser at a hole and saying, "Well, job's done."
Vec slumps her shoulders in defeat. Totally logical. She can't argue that.
Oh man, do you just get out logicked by the pilot?
Vec was being hopeful for one moment.
What's happened?
She got out logic by the one brains on the ship. Oh boy. Now who's the two brains? It is me and Watcher.
And we're gonna leave our two prisoners on the ship together, just hanging out together.
Well, one's got a restraining bolt on her, and the other one...
It's fine.
The other one's not a prisoner.
The other one's only a prisoner of love, so...
These shackles weigh down my heart.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Jason is starting to trust Trump more and more by the minute.
Trump blushes.
Right, so after all this, we're going to start a life together somewhere that's green, like the song in Little Shop of Horrors.
I hear the Alderaan's pretty green.
Oh, nice. We'll live out the rest of our days on Alder. Oh, no.
No using out-of-character information. And that's when Amseth shows up.
There are a lot of really green parts of Coruscant. The sky green, the water green. It's beautiful, really beautiful.
There's lots of green neon signs on... Shit, the name just fell out of my head.
Nar Shaddaa.
Nar Shaddaa, that's the one.
I do believe Team A is still there. Perhaps that is not a sufficient destination for you.
We don't know how much longer Narshada is going to exist in that case, so better to stay at a nice, safe, stable planet like here, Alderaan.
We all simultaneously turn towards the camera and give a big thumbs up.
Wink.
Yeah, well, my immersion's blown, so
Nothing bad happens to the Alderanians.
the tabletop session ends as you all enter the cave.
Oh.
And that's when the no.
Yeah, the planet then explodes. It pans out to what is clearly a giant, like, paper mache model, like in Panty and Stockings, and then it explodes.
Tim puts his helmet back on and hefts his rifle.
So Jason brings the ship down for a landing.
Everybody ready? Got your gear? Got your grappling hooks? He says.
No.
Dr. Vec lies through her teeth. Yes.
Okay, I mean, the grappling hook locker still looks pretty full. I'm just saying. You never know when you'll need a grappling hook. That's why all stormtroopers have them.
I mean, he's not wrong.
And having just finished watching Gravity Falls, you've got to have a grappling hook.
So Dr. Vec leaves the ship with her paper mache grappling.
Anyway, we're in that cave.
Yeah, we make our way
Caving
down.
it up.
All right, it's a cave. It's dark inside.
I don't know. Seems like a lot of lights coming out of the cave to me.
Look, I couldn't find an actual picture, so
I'm sure we have light sources on the ship. Watcher
Sure.
will carry it.
yeah, you guys got all kinds of lights with you. So you head into the ship. It is dark inside, save for the light that you guys are providing. It is moist inside the cave.
Delightful.
Indeed. So you guys kind of just progress further in.
Any like tracks of recent passage through here?
That's a good question. Roll your perception for me.
What difficulty am I looking
Yeah.
at?
Average difficulty. No, wait, no. It'll be easy because he's like dropping shit everywhere.
I got 2 successes with my helmet scanner.
I mean,
Jason sees everything.
Oh.
Dang it.
Dr. Vec also sees everything.
But
Yeah.
seeing everything like opens like a portal to like the old ones, and Cthulhu like reaches out and touches her brain for a moment.
yeah, that's
Oh
what the
god, I
threat
know the
is.
curvature of time!
Jason and Vec stare into the void, and this Gand stares back.
Oh no.
Dr. Vec does realize, though, that the planet is flat.
That's
All
where the blood
planets are
strain
flat.
comes from. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, so you guys see the trail pretty easily. Over time, there's just been settling of dirt, dust on the floor. There are clearly a set of boots leading further in. So actually tracking down where Natet went to proves to be rather easy. And I mean, Tim's eventually going to find the life signs up ahead with that scanner. Now, what Jason is going to find are the bits and pieces that have been dropped along the way by Natet. There are some research papers. There's actually a picture of Brew and his wife, the lovely Amseth. She had 2 eyes back then.
Oh no! Did she lose one?
Yeah, she wears an eye patch.
Oh, is it like opposite side of mine?
Sure.
Oh man, it's like Big Boss and Solid Snake.
I mean, look at that. They're like,
Yeah, I mean,
They're like
she's
twins.
wearing it. She's wearing it over her left eye. And you're wearing it over
Oh.
your right.
Wow. 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 Looks like I've got a rival, gentlemen.
hey, but look how much bigger she is than you.
Didn't
Oh my
you have-
god, she's
didn't
going
you-
to.
Didn't you have the opportunity to take down this rival like when we were on Nar Shaddaa?
I didn't realize. Look, I wasn't looking at her with my iPad, my eye patch eyes, so I didn't realize she also had an eye
Her
patch.
eye is up here, Jason.
I was looking at her. I was looking at her other eye. I was like, oh man, that is one nice eye.
And you guys thought you did deal with her when you just abandoned her
Abandoned
right
her
there on the streets in
in
a
her bathrobe.
bathrobe.
Yep.
Funnily enough, she is on the ship with the other team coming to Alderaan.
Delightful.
Yeah, so the various personal effects that are being dropped along the way is what Jason picks up, and they, of course, paint a similar story of, Natet's being cucked his whole life. Anyway, what Dr. Vec is going to find is that there are... The light that you guys are shining as you pass, you kind of pass this one little alcove. It's kind of high up, recessed. And the light, and this, like Dr. Vec sees this, the light glistens off of something inside up there, and it kind of tinges purple. Definitely things inside of this cave.
What could that mean? If
Well-
Dr. Vec were to ask her brains, what the hell could that mean when the rock appears to ooze and glisten with purple substance?
It means that what Dr. Vec is seeing is not rock, nor roll. Dr. Vec is seeing eggs.
Oh, we're in a hive.
The moment Dr. Vec spots that, and like the scanner, like beep, beep, she wears her around in front of her eye, as drawn by the wonderful Farrell, and like makes that connection to her two brains, and pretty much just the walls are eggs. They are not made of rock.
Eggs?
Gross.
Oh, did I GM layer that?
How edible are they? Are they? How do they taste?
Information unknown.
Disgusting.
Calorie mate.
Love it.
Well, Vec now expects, like, who knows what manner of, like, crawly or flying thing to come out of whatever nook and cranny exists, and she is suitably mortified. It's just, like, the eyes, like, frantically dart everywhere.
Tem is on high alert.
So yeah, you guys are, I mean, you know where Natet is going. If you follow the trail, you're eventually going to come across kind of an area that's more lit up than the rest of the cave. There must be some kind of, well, there's light coming in from outside. It's that moment where something's being revealed, and there's that convenient light shaft coming in from the heavens above.
That's lucky.
And you come across Natet overlooking a very large set of eggs. He's currently wearing, well, he's wearing a weird headset.
Do
Kind of like a helmet that he's got over his noggin. Got a bunch of lights on it.
Bear sloths lay eggs? Are they like platypus?
You'd know.
Yeah, you would know.
Jason is trying to remember.
No, they don't.
The bear sloth cares for its eggs by
Capturing salmon from the stream and then regurgitating it into the egg.
Oh.
Hey, we get to make up this crazy Star Wars canon.
Vec looks at Tim, makes like a shooting gesture, like at Brunetet.
Tim does the gesture that means find cover.
I guess Watcher will douse his light, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how are you guys approaching this? And how quiet were you all being up till now?
We were all making like real grossed out noises about eggs, as far as I remember.
Ew!
Oh, it's crunching under my boots. Oh,
oh, they're glistening. Why are they glistening?
I don't.
getting on
I
my
like to
butt
think
cape.
that I wasn't making those sounds only because Vec's terrified of attracting them to her. Like Vec doesn't want any of that. None of Vec's training involves like dealing with insects in hand-to-hand combat.
yeah.
Smug. So Smug.
Yes, dear. Hi.
Through all the crap that Watcher's read about this guy's notes and perhaps some research that he's done, could he surmise the method through which he will, do this whole mind controlling of Killik's? And might he be able to figure out a countermeasure?
That's a good question. The notes do seem to go over the kind of hive mind nature that the Killiks have.
Mhm.
It's something that they were able to discover from essentially ancient texts, because that's how Star Wars works for a lot of stuff.
Of course.
And that's kind of what they were working on, was a way to get into the hive mind and, find the queen, assert dominance.
Okay.
Alright.
So they are using technology for this. It's not like there's a bunch of force crystals on his helmet and you've got to shoot each one 3 times to stop him.
I'll aim my rifle at him and say, "Step away from the eggs, Natet."
I just had to Google the Killik Queen thing, and it's like, did you mean Killer Queen? I did. And now my phone thinks that, okay, Google.
Alexa, please Google Killer Queen.
God damn it, it's listening to you. Stop. Yeah, it's coming up with it.
I don't know if there are pictures of one. Maybe.
Well, I've got a picture of a Killik ready. I don't have one for the Queen, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're bug people.
It's
They are
almost
good
certainly
for
just
looks.
means that the Killik Queen is a big bug.
Yeah, I mean, the one from, like, Star Wars failed MMO
Damn.
more or less looks like that, but is more feminine for some reason. Why does she have boob armor?
You shouldn't be rude to Star Wars Galaxy. It still has a devoted fan base and free online play.
Damn.
I thought they shut that down.
Yeah, I think they shut it down.
They did? I was just playing it last year. Well, playing it, I logged into it for like 5 minutes to look at this ship
And
that we live on.
they could never get private servers or something going for that, I believe. I don't know.
Okay.
Is this a giant picture?
Does Natet step away from the eggs?
Oh. Natet does not step away from the eggs.
Too bad.
His big beady eyes kind of rotate to regard the direction that the voice is coming from. No, I won't step away. You're not taking this from me like I've had everything else taken.
Well, you can step away from the eggs, or I can shoot you.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I mean, you're not me. I'm a soldier.
Vec calls out from her convenient cover, please consider that we 4 individuals messed with the voiceless diaphane. You have no idea what we are capable of.
He really doesn't.
The voiceless diaphane. They were a tool to the end here. You can shoot me if you want, but it might be too late. Are you really willing to take that risk?
Tem starts walking forward towards Natet. Why don't you take off that little crown there?
No, I don't think I'll be doing that.
Why not? What's your trying to control bugs with it? What's your deal?
I'm not trying. I'm talking with them right now. They're quite eager to come out of their long sleep. We're quite eager to come out of our long sleep.
Oh, dear. Watcher, like, verbally says that. Oh, dear.
Both of, like, Vec's eyebrows, like, go up.
And somewhere in the cave, you start hearing sounds. The sounds of eggs breaking.
Okay. I switch my rifle to stun and communicate through my helmet comm that everyone should do the same. I think we need to get that crown.
Right off.
like Vec like calls back to her. Come, I was gonna shoot the crown.
Don't shoot the crown.
We might need the crown. Tim says,
Oh, man.
hearing
Is the crown our one ring?
gotta cast into the fires of Mount Doom.
I mean that's what it sounds like. Like Vec is the one who wants to cast into Mount Doom.
You've got to take it to Vader's palace.
I get it.
We're gonna Mustafar it up.
He's gonna dad pun all of you when you show up.
Oh, that'd be great. If that crown gets destroyed, we have no way of talking to these beasts.
I'm sure the Empire could just blow up this planet.
No, that's insane. Who would ever build such a thing?
No, the Empire wouldn't do something like that. They're making the galaxy a better place.
I just want to say it's great that I am led to a natural conclusion in character.
That's actually what happened in the secret history.
Yeah?
The Killik were coming back. That's why they destroyed Outerrun.
That's why they don't tell you. Hashtag Tarkin was right.
That's on the Space Infowars, right? Spinfowars?
Love it.
Read that at the cafe next to the local Sparvies.
Watcher's not going to like this, but he'll slowly emerge from cover with his hands up, even though he doesn't, that guy whose name I keep forgetting, and I'm going to forget his name incorrectly as well.
Brunette.
Coffee brew? Okay. He's not holding any weapons or anything, and he's like holding his hands up in a placating gesture and saying, okay, we get it. Brew, you're an okay guy, you know that?
What?
I'm telling you that you're a genius.
Yes. Yes, I am. Everyone knows I'm smart, yes.
Do they, though? You don't believe that they actually think that, do you?
I've got book smarts.
Sure, and that's probably why people hired you, but you never really believed that they needed you. After all, I read your journal.
You what?
Look, I understand. What do you think we're doing here? We're misfits and outcasts as well.
You're here to stop me. That one over there with the helmets, he's ready to shoot me. He's ready to shoot us.
Watcher kind of waves his hand at Tim. Doesn't really give specific instructions to lower the gun, but just kind of says, I mean, Tim's just a little overprotective. But you, buddy, I mean, look at you. You've got that thing. You made it yourself. You completed your project. And now you're about to collapse the entirety of the Empire. You are an intelligent individual.
Yes. And then no one will laugh at me anymore.
That's very true. Except
no.
You know that that's not going to be true, right? They'll keep laughing at you.
No, they won't. Not once they're all awake and we go forth. No one will laugh at Brunetet again.
Do you really think you can fit in this thing any better than you have, though?
What do you mean?
Well, you're not a Killik. Watcher's completely making this shit up, by the way.
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't it, though?
No. Once I'm fully with them, they'll listen to me, and I'll be one with them, and they'll be one with me. I'll belong to something far greater.
Watcher goes, yeah, we've used this one before, the whole fastest thing. But I mean, no, that won't be it at all. They're just using you. Think about it. They're asleep, right? And you're the one waking them up. Without you, they're nothing. But once you wake them up, what are you?
I'm in charge.
Will you be, though?
Yes?
I don't think so.
One of the very large eggs that Brew is kind of like, he's kind of on a raised area overlooking the eggs, begins to wobble.
I mean, at this point, Watcher's just kind of bullshitting him down.
Yeah, do you want, like, you're trying to charm him, I feel?
Yeah, a bit.
Dr. Vec, like, is basically, like, was going to offer support in the form of, like, think about Amseth. Think about the goodwill we showed you. Think about how I showed, like, that guy, like, being ripped apart by a Rancor.
Think about how you hit me with your bag and knocked me out.
Water under the bridge, just like you doing that to Jason.
Yeah, you kind of sucker punched me back there, fella.
Yes, we're sorry about that, Jason. You've been a good boy.
Wow.
I'm not sure whether you want to shoot him or not.
Look, all I'm saying is that I don't think that your research is as strong as you think it is, and that these Killik won't need you once you've waken them up. Now, you might not fit in with us, but you're one of us. And that's going to be what settles this whole thing in a way that's going to go bad for you.
All right, let's let the game mechanics decide.
Okay.
What do you want to roll for it? Do you think you're trying to coerce him, or you're charming him?
I'm trying to charm him.
Or are you deceiving him?
What?
Are you deceiving him?
I could go either way. I mean, it's the same roll either way.
Yeah, up to you. All right, did I actually stat this guy?
We'll say it's charm. That'll
Sure.
do.
Why not? You're appealing to him.
Well, it's not the other way around.
All right,
don't
you're
go
going to be
both.
rolling against 2 red and a purple.
Just gonna go ahead and spend that.
I'm going to spend one then.
All right. So that'll make it 3 reds.
It will. You can just do the upgrade if you want.
2 reds, 1 purple, an upgrade.
Got my fingers crossed.
Boost die by chance by me trying to mention the good times. Think of your wife.
If you're going to take a boost die for that, you get a setback because you did hit him with your big with your big engineering bag.
I'm taking both the post and the setback.
All
Gonna
right.
do it.
What else? What else we got for this, fellas? The whole game is coming down to this one dice roll. Or is it?
I can only help if he fails and tries again.
I could only help if he was a droid.
I can't help at all.
In trusting Watcher's manipulative abilities, never thinking that they've ever been used on him, of course, Tem
Never.
will lower his rifle and say, "It sounds like the best shot you've got, Nadet." And attempt to assist by way of removing some of that threat to make the situation more appealing to him.
We can sweeten the pot by saying that we'll take him with us.
Yeah, we could even bring you with us. Remember all the fun times you had on the ship?
Smash cut to Natet floating in space.
Shh, shh, shh. No, it's okay. It's okay.
I can't believe he fell for it. There's like a pop sound in the background as his head explodes.
Yeah, so that's my attempt to add
All right,
assistance.
I'm willing to accept that as another boost die.
All right.
And then after that, we'll try the press stop maneuver.
All right, let's see what happens.
All right, charm. Boom!
So, what the fuck does that mean?
3 successes, 4 threats, and a triumph.
So, you get something really awesome, but something really awful happens too. Not despair awful.
And
That's when Watcher's carried off by a Killik.
some of those eggs were looking close to hatching.
Yeah, there's 4 of you and 4 threats. So the game ends with all of you being dragged into the darkness.
Oh, good.
Oh,
But Natet does agree.
oh dear.
And the triumph is Watcher knowing that he has brought peace to the
And we all become joiners.
That'd be an interesting season 2. All right, so the triumph. Let's see. I've already got the threats in mind. I'm trying to just think of the triumph part. I guess he really believes you, and now he's a. Go ahead.
The last time, like, a triumph was rolled on, like, a charm check, we ended up with, like, a Chase who was, like, floating around on our ship, who sort of fallen in love. Bruce's like, there's no one left for me. all right, you've convinced me. I'll
Yeah.
join you. Like,
Yeah, Brew
like,
Brew looks at Watcher. He looks kind of like a girl.
It's human.
It's pretty feminine. Yeah. He's not.
This whole time, Brew has been like, I like this Watcher girl. So the words have all tumbled out. The attempt has been made. Watcher is extending an olive branch, however genuine or sheer lying Watcher may be about it. Ted's focus is on the eggs, particularly as the big one continues to wobble to and fro. The layers of the egg start pushing outwards as clearly whatever's in there is now trying to get out. And then Natet's gaze shifts over to Watcher and then the rest of the company that have come all this way to apparently plead with him to not go through with this, because if I do this, I'll lose myself. They'll just have me as part of their many.
That's true.
I don't want that. I just wanted to be accepted.
You know what, buddy? I accept you. And Watcher will literally hug him.
Is Watcher lying?
Um.
I guess I have to roll to find out. He turned it on me, damn it.
based on like the genuine appeal Watcher made there, perhaps the case would be like, like Watcher would be like a yes, albeit provisionally, so long as like Brunatet doesn't do this.
Thank you for not doing that, Brew, Watcher says as the gun goes into Brew's ribs.
There's the press stop maneuver.
Yep. So the hug happens, and Brew's spindly Rhodian arms kind of go about Watcher, and he really leans into the embrace.
It's really super awkward. Like everyone's just watching them. There's like Killik thatching all around them.
Yeah, like Brew is super into it. But then he whispers into Watcher's ear, "It's too late."
Is it really?
They're waking.
What do we do?
They need to. We know they need to be put back under. They need to go back to sleep, but some of them are out. Some of them are coming.
That's bad.
All right,
But-
time to go. Time to go.
How do we put them back to sleep, though? You're the smart one. You can tell us.
Someone has to stay.
And do what?
They have to join the mind and the hive and convince them that it's not time.
Watcher thinks about this for a second. Thinks about Jason. Tim.
Wow.
Thinks about Beck. Thinks about Brew. Says, shit, I'm the only one who can actually convince them.
I'm very convincing, but I would convince him of the very wrong things.
Have you really ever thought about joining the Empire?
Yeah, everybody wake up. Let's go.
Oh, let's go crush a rebellion, am I right,
we can
guys?
use you on so many war fronts right now.
Let's take our cool bug friends over to Princess Leia's for a party.
Limitless
All right.
disposable infantry. Hmm.
So Watcher is believes he's realizing that.
Watcher thinks that out of everyone here, presumably Brew is not very good at convincing people. Otherwise, he wouldn't have this whole issue of, people trampling over him all the time. So, yeah, Watcher's just going to slowly lift his hands up, take the crown gently from Brew.
No.
Watcher.
He's just going to go shh at Brew. Then he's going to put the crown on.
Watcher, what are you doing?
Giving you an out. Just go. I really hate goodbyes.
There's no way I'm leaving you here, Watcher.
Well, in a few, minutes, this place will be overrun with Killiks, and I'll likely be one of them. So you really don't need to worry that much. Just close the entrance, as Vec suggested, and I'll put them to sleep.
Watcher, you're my crew.
Yes, and sometimes crews need to take drastic actions, like preventing the entirety of the Killik force waking up and overthrowing the Imperial army.
All right, I'll do it.
Do you think you can handle it?
Jesus, damn. Oh, wow. I was just coming around on this guy. Now we're gonna leave him here?
Jason's like seriously conflicted. He's like, wait, what?
That calls from like behind her stone, like not so much like out of a concern for Tim as like she doesn't think Tim's got this. Vec's like, Tim, we're going to need someone to lead us out of here. You're the best one to do that.
I'm the commander of this operation. If anyone's going to stay behind, it should be me.
And how will that look when we report it back? That we lost the commander, a valuable asset of the Empire.
It'll look like I did my job. I completed the mission.
But there could be other missions for you to complete.
Tim kind of pauses. I don't like this, Watcher.
Well, look, I don't either, but what can we do? It's this, or the Empire dies.
You know, God, this is a question to GM. I personally don't know much about these things, so I guess I would ask, does my character know anything about these things?
That's a good question. You should probably roll. Chances are good that yes, Dr. Vec would know.
This is a circumstance where I'm looking for my character's knowledge to bail me out of here. What am I rolling against?
Probably Xenology.
Right, but what how difficulty of this to know against these things?
It is going to be, well, all right, so it's going to be how much do you know about them?
Yeah.
It's going to be 3 purple, but I am going to upgrade it on you.
Okay. With the specific, directed question being, how do I stop these things from hatching, or particularly an army of these things from waking up on this planet? Because that sounds bad for my future. Okay, upgraded is Xenology. Well,
It's a doctor.
There should not have been a boost die there, but it didn't add anything for that matter. A single
that's okay.
success. All right.
That's quite the roll you got there, Dr. Vec.
Yeah, that was. I love how that all averaged out there with just a basic success at the end.
So Dr. Vec has a lot of knowledge, obviously. It's probably done some reading on this. It's very obscure, the information that Dr. Vec is trying to pull out. Maybe some cross-referencing of other hive mind species that are out there in the Star Wars galaxies, because I'm sure there's another somewhere. Don't ask me what. So the angle that a watcher is thinking is more than likely the correct route. The way that their hive mind operates, in order to try to reason with them, let alone control them, you've got to be part of the hive.
Huh. Is it even remotely feasible for us, does Dr. Vec think, for us to like find where this queen egg is and destroy it? Would that stop the problem?
Well, the queen egg is right in front of you.
Mm.
It is the big one. Would destroying it stop the problem?
Yeah.
Well, they're a hive mind, but they do listen to the queen. That's usually more than one queen.
Would it help if we had a power loader?
It would, actually. Dr. Vec gets the impression that if the queen in charge of the hive mind were to be eliminated, it would have a result, but probably not a clean, peaceful outcome.
So let's follow this theory crafting along. This is what Dr. Vec's been so quiet for, 2 brains. Dr. Vec eliminates the primary queen, Watcher becomes one of the hive, and rises to position of new primary queen.
It also depends on...
Yeah?
Okay, I'm sorry, this is going to be super nerdy, but more progressive Killik hives are not organized around queen anymore.
Huh. How do I tell based on egg makeup whether it's progressive or conservative?
Yeah, there's a queen egg there, so we can assume.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
I mean, is that going to be doable? Would probably depend on Watcher's ability to interface and then charm the collective.
Sure. But
doable, probably.
So it would not be the worst thing to destroy the queen egg rustling in front of us, but it wouldn't exactly give us the most positive outcome ever. Watcher's idea would still need to be implemented, but it would give Watcher a better chance? Because the hive would be in disarray, allowing Watcher to step in?
I would say Dr. Vec may lean towards thinking, yes, that is very likely. However, Dr. Vec is probably also aware that there are a number of Killik out of their eggs at this point.
Yeah, as the information has been conveyed. That's
Right.
okay.
We're not exactly equipped to fight this entire hive, so unless we make a choice soon, he glances over towards the eggs, we kind of need to do this. I'm the best suited to convince them to go back to sleep. That's simply the end-all be-all of it.
So be it. And Dr. Vec calls out as she quickly runs from the rocks, but I'm going to set you up with the best chance possible. As I will now activate my utility belt, awesome, super cool wizard talent. Once per session, I can spend a destiny point to perform a utility belt incidental. I can produce a previously undocumented item or weapon with restrictions from a tool belt or a satchel. And I've checked the numbers for this, and a proton grenade just falls within the item's restrictions I can pull out from this.
All right, so Dr. Vec is darting forward and has pulled a proton grenade. out of her utility belt.
Yep. Dr. Vec is going to attach this explosive, like, right on top of the queen egg.
I'm trusting you both here. Watcher, we'll be back with the might of the Empire behind us. You need to stay alive until then.
I will certainly try my best. He's lying. He's definitely lying.
Is Watcher still hugging Brew at this point?
No, I mean, they're standing close by, but he's got the crown on now.
So Brew's hand kind of like comes down on Watcher's shoulder and tears his arm off. No, he...
Damn.
Yeah, I know, right? He's suddenly super strong. He kind of squeezes Watcher's shoulder, and I mean, Watcher has hit Brew right, like square on the head if Brew were a nail. It made a very accurate assessment that, yeah, in all likelihood, Brew would not have been super successful, yet all the same, Brew does have a couple of words where he's essentially, I could do this in your place. You've inspired me.
If only inspiration could make up for poor social skills.
So Brew's heart breaks?
Bruce snatches the crown back and says, I knew it. You're all jerks.
I'm not insulting you. You're intelligent.
No, you're right. It still chaps my hide, though, to hear. I just don't have that social lubricant.
No, I would kill for a beer at the moment. I hate alcohol, though. Or is it synthahol here? I don't remember. No, that's Star Trek.
Space Hall.
Space Hall, that's right.
And that's when Watcher is beamed away.
Oh.
All right, so is that the plan?
Yep, we're blowing the queen egg. Everyone's getting out of here except for Watcher. Watcher is going to try to brain control the hive, the scattered, disorganized hive, I should say.
Right.
I mean, in all things said, if this succeeds, man, this sounds like a pretty epic ending for your character. Fucking mind controlling this hive.
What were you going to say, D. Davis?
Oh, no. Jason doesn't have any better ideas, so
Does Jason
he's
have a beer for Watcher?
he's just gonna give a salute like a regular ass salute. Gonna salute Watcher as he starts to tear ass down the tunnel. A single tear coming out of his eye, but it's the one with the eye patch on it, so nobody knows.
Just gets absorbed immediately. All right, so Brew will actually go with you guys. So the four of you leave Watcher behind.
Tim will bring up the rear. He'll give Watcher a salute. And you're going to remind him, we'll be back.
Watcher will salute them in return.
And then we hustle out of there.
So you guys clear the cave. I'm assuming Dr. Vec is remote detonating the grenade.
Yes.
Watcher will take cover, of course.
Watcher forgets. Yeah. So at the appointed time, maybe as you guys are all like just breaching the mouth of the cave back into sunlight, Dr. Vec hits the switch. The proton grenade explodes. The charge surges downwards into the egg, vaporizing the Killik queen within. The hive mind that Watcher is tapping into with that device is sent into an immediate panic dump, for lack of a better term. Pain, confusion, it all just comes slamming into Watcher's brain as the like everyone was looking to that queen, and through the pain and the agony of loss, that Watcher begins to feel more keenly as he becomes better integrated with the hive mind. Watcher begins gathering like he's always done and starts putting the pieces together.
Oh, dang, Smug.
That was good.
That was beautiful.
Oh, very nice.
And smash cut to the rest of you blowing the cave entrance to crap, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple that woke up, so.
At this point, Vec is like, what was it you said about any number of possible tunnels that could be side entrances?
There almost certainly are, but oh well.
Best just not think about that too hard.
I mean, we can use our planetary scanners or something to find holes.
Vec flares her nostrils. I have my doubts that anything would be safe from these horrific creatures. Unless the entire planet is destroyed. Like, I really can't, like, get off of that. That's what Vec believes.
No, we don't have the firepower to pull that off. It's frankly a ludicrous idea that any fleet could ever destroy an entire planet. We'll have to make do trying to find any exits and sealing them off for now. Brew, do you know of any alternate exits from the caverns?
Yes, we mapped them all. I got the info. We can do this.
So we, I guess, fly around shooting lasers into those holes to close them up.
I'm sure no one will be alarmed by our continued presence on the
Oh, yeah, of course. Like, there'll be news reports about it. It probably takes you guys like a couple days at least to get around and plug all those holes. The last one is actually the one that was casting that beam of light down into the central chamber. And down there, plunged into darkness, is Watcher with those wandering Killiks all clustered around him. And
Smash cut to credits.
yeah, pretty much. That is Project Stillwater's for you guys for season 1.
Woo.
All right.
What is with me and my heroic sacrifices of my characters?
I don't know.
Caesar did it.
Can't stop being the hero, can you, Steve?
Yeah.
Friggin'
Think you just-
Aram did it.
You hate all your characters, Steve.
I guess I
That's what
do.
it is.
The real conclusion I draw is that Dr. Vec was right. Watcher will suffer no consequences from being Killik. Knowing this shit.
Oh, who can say? Who can say where that plot thread will lead to?
Something to pull on at another time.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, so that is season 1 for Project Stillwaters.
You know, I didn't see a whole lot of still water around here.
I was gonna be really lame at the end there and be like, and all went still, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Jeez, such a lame thing. And then Watcher woke up.
Watcher's gonna come back as a villain later.
Is that
Well, I guess is more of a villain. Fuck, I'm confused now.
he comes back as a
confused.
hero?
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
He'll come back in a bug, like a Killik robot suit that he's made.
Well, he might become a joiner.
Where are my testicles?
It was an interesting result that set that situation up to 3 successes, 4 threats, 1 triumph.
Yeah, pretty handy.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. The 4th threats was that it was too late.
Too
Too late.
late to apologize.
I see.
It could have been better than a despair. Fucking queen like immediately burst out of the egg. Shit.
Yeah, if the roll had gone the other way, like Natet probably would have just joined, and then all the eggs would have started popping.
That would have been great.
All right,
Eggs
so
popping, Imperials dropping.
all right, so Watcher gets 1,000 XP.
1,008 XP.
Well, I want to say thank you for running Season 1 of Still Waters for us, Smug. I
it was
thoroughly
fun.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be like there'll be a season 2. I'm not done with this yet.
Well, I for one cannot wait.
It was
Oh, yeah.
entertaining.
Well, you're gonna have to wait.
I just told you I can't, Smug.
You're gonna have to. I'm sorry.
I'll roll up a new character named Batcher.
It's really into pickling.
I can pickle that.
But yeah, hopefully that was hopefully that was fun.
It was.
It was, yeah.
And then we'll we'll pick it up at a different point in time. There'll probably be some kind of a time jump involved between this and season 2, and we'll see what the future has.
In
for
Season
Project
2, Dr.
Titan.
Vec has an eye patch and Jason doesn't.
Wow, no. How did
Well,
this
that's-
happen?
Well, the reason is because Dr. Vec will have activated her Jason robot at that point that she's been secretly
Oh.
building this
Well, that-
entire time.
We'll have to figure out an acronym for Jason.
Okay.
JSON.
I'd like
Well,
to thank all my fellow players as well
Thank you.
We did
for
good.
helping make this a magical experience for us all.
Indeed.
Yeah, let's edit out some of this awkwardness.
With less bloodshed than Side A did.
You did good, pigs. You did good.